morning, everyone. Hey, good morning, good morning. Welcome all you new folks and welcome back, everybody, to Loving It on Keto. Hey, how's everybody doing today? You guys, we are on Stay on Track for Weight Loss in December challenge. Today is a 16-hour fast or 8-hour window. Regular keto foods day and use your macros, take a walk. You guys, my brain has been exploding all night long. I could barely go to sleep because of the new keto protein powder. It is Wendy's protein power flour that Lindsey Murphy gave it a name. But you guys, I am so excited because all the heels, all the odd pieces, all the flattened breads that we've been making with the egg whites and various recipes we've been tweaking, we can use all that and make protein powder, flour, breading, all kinds of things with it. So I'm going to share with you all how I make my Wendy's protein power flour right now, because you guys,
a tongue twister,
I am making graham cracker crust with it today, and I'm going to show you guys how. Anyway, this is all in my brain. I am the I'm the mad scientist in the kitchen experiencing all of this with you as we go. So it's either going to be a flop or success on camera right here, right now. But let's get started because I'm excited about this, you guys. So I even wrote up a recipe. I looked up the best graham cracker crusts that were out there. I looked through my mom's recipes and found our graham cracker crust, and I adjusted the ingredients to make it keto. And I'm so excited because, you guys, it's keto. It's ketovore. And if you're allowing yourself some allulose or some sweetener in your life as a ketovore, as a carnivore on occasion, then this one's for you too. Anyway, you guys, first of all, last night I made 2 smaller loaves of my Wendy's high protein bread version 3.0. And I set it aside. I've been playing with it. I made myself a jar of my protein power flour, and I do have a desiccant in there. Now, when I bought the decicants, I didn't realize to look at the sizes. I thought they were one size. So I bought...
No, that's fine. It'll dry that.
Yeah. Anyway.
If there's any moisture in it, it'll pull it out.
I have those in another cupboard, but let me get those real quick. Silica gel decicant. And you want to get food safe.
Yeah, where is it? It says that right there.
Right? Food safe. This is another brand that has a little bit smaller, and it's food safe.
Well, what's the difference? Have you opened that one yet?
Yes, it tells you the difference.
Can you show us the size?
Oh, okay.
So we can see the 2 sizes.
And I need to get smaller. But someone asked, can you make the the flour ahead of time? Yes, you can. This one is a smaller.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
And you guys, the neat thing about these is they're reusable. You can take these when they're full and they've got all the moisture inside. You can put them in a low temperature oven of 200 to 250 degrees, and it will evaporate the moisture out. And you can reuse these over and over again. That's the nifty thing about these.
Can you do that with both of those?
Yes, you can.
Does it say on both
Yes,
packages?
it does. This one says it's food safe.
Just make sure you do a low heat.
This is food. This is safe for food, medication, vitamins, seeds, nuts, beef jerky, snacks, cookies, spices, salt, sugar, dry food, and pet food right here.
See, I think I like this size.
You can get this size. You can get different sizes. You can get different sizes. But I wanted to share with you, yes. You can put it in your refrigerator. You can put the jar, experiment with it because it's brand new. But I know my protein bread freezes really well because I've been saving the heels and like older bread slices because I was gonna save it for my stuffing for Christmas, but instead I I made my protein flour. Yes, indeed. Let me put these over here. In my recipe, it calls for 190 grams of the protein power flour. So here we go. I'm gonna weigh this little loaf of bread. This is made with the red, smaller silicone pans. So it makes 2 loaves this size. It's funny, I whipped this up so fast and I used my raw egg whites carton.
Yeah.
Egg whites because they're coming to expiration at the end of December. So I just threw it together thinking, you know, if it falls, if there's a problem, I used 1 tablespoon of allulose, and you don't need any allulose in this. You can save on your ingredients to make your flour. So, because it doesn't have to be brown. But it turned out beautiful. I was surprised
Really
that it turned
good.
out so pretty. But anyway, I'm going to weigh this because I need 190 grams. This weighs, if you look at it, 217. So I'm going to cut the whole thing up because it's going to dry out some of the moisture.
Yeah.
It's probably going to lose some of the weight. I just wanted to get a ballpark idea
Right.
of that. So I have my oven is set to 350 degrees and I'm preheating it. I have a cookie sheet that I used last night to make these with. So I'm just gonna start making some. And basically you can cut it, you can peel it. If you have a dehydrator, you can use it, but I am using my oven because I don't have a dehydrator.
Well,
I don't have a dehydrator.
what does a dehydrator do?
It sucks out the moisture, just like an oven does.
Does it look like an oven? You know, I'm not really sure because I've never really done it, you know?
Well, neither have I, because I've never had one. We almost bought a really expensive one when we were vegan, but we didn't.
Oh, that.
Yes. The thing with all the racks layered up,
Yeah.
and you plug it in and you turn it on low.
Yeah.
If you guys, Lindsey Murphy, she's the one who dubbed the name. She is the one, she cut up her bread and she dehydrated it. We'll link her below. Huh, Harry?
Yeah, I'll do it again.
But if you don't have a dehydrator like me, and you're already preheating your oven because we're going to make something. Yes, we are. We're making graham cracker crust. And then, of course, we're going to have to make pie to go in the graham cracker
Yes,
crust.
please.
Because who can just taste graham cracker crust without the pie?
So what kind of pie?
I am going to be making a salted caramel
Ooh.
cheesecake with butter,
Ooh.
with butterscotch,
Oh, man, you're like really hit. This is a good Christmas one.
chips on top. Yes, I'm going full out, full bore, going crazy. So you just keep making these. Now another thing is, I want the brownness for my graham cracker crust because graham cracker crust is a light golden brown. But if you were making something where you needed a whiter flour, I would just shave the crust from around it so all you had, and I would put it in a sack and put it in the freezer for something else that you can make. So if you wanted the white powder only, you could have it and have white flour, right? Otherwise, you're going to get a nice brown. If you look at this, it's a nice brown. Looks just like graham cracker, doesn't it?
Kinda, yeah.
So the sky's the limit. All you would need to do is just trim it. Trim your white off your bread. Put these pieces in a sack to use for something else, breadcrumb wise, absolutely. And then you would just have the white part of the bread. So that's the beauty of having these. And the nice thing is they're so versatile. You can make them sweet, you can make them savory, you can add your favorite flavors. You guys, this opens up a whole new chapter in what we've been craving most, what we've been missing most, that has a breadcrumb, panko, flour, all those things. If you're like Harry and I, and you're allergic to nuts, you're allergic to almond nuts, you don't like the taste of the coconut and everything. Now, see, we use coconut milk, but the one we use does not taste like coconuts, does it, Harry?
No.
Harry, coconuts change the flavor too much for Harry.
I'm not a big coconut fan at all, so...
Like, he's not a coconut cream person. He doesn't like the full flavor. So... when we get the milks and stuff, the ones that we get don't taste like coconut. So there we go. Super simple.
That didn't take very long.
Super simple, super easy. Let's put this in the oven. It's a 350-degree oven for 10 minutes. Start with 10. I have a big spoon. Halfway through, I'm going to stir it. I'm going to check to see the consistency and everything after 10 minutes and see if it's dry enough for what I need. Anyway, you guys, let's come back in 10 minutes. Okay, I'm going to stir my breadcrumbs. See how they're starting to toast up, you guys? These may need to go a little longer than 10 minutes, but I am...
Yeah, they're bigger, right?
Well, they're bigger and they're newer bread.
Right.
I forgot to clean that. Gotta clean it later. Okay, we'll come back when we've got breadcrumbs. I toasted the bread for 30 minutes because they were still moist inside, but I'm bringing them out now. And see how nice and toasty golden brown they are, you guys? They're gonna be, this is gonna be the color of graham crackers when we make it. So I'm gonna let that just cool off for about 5 minutes. Check the texture. If it snaps, it's perfect. Snap your bigger pieces.
Yeah,
okay?
They'd be the most wet,
yes,
right?
they would be. So I am very, very excited. We are going to let the bread pieces cool down for about 5 minutes before we whip them up into flour. Yes, indeed. Harry and I were discussing all the ways that you can make your protein power flour. And if you want savory, delicious Italian seasoning, add it to your egg white protein bread first, right? Make a loaf specifically with garlic and onion and Italian seasoning and all the flavorings you want. Bake it, let it rest, let it cool down, chop it up, and then you will have croutons anyway that are already seasoned, right?
Yeah.
So I want to make sure these have cooled down, cool to the touch, that they snap when I open them. And I love the color for graham crackers. So, it's been almost 5 minutes, but you guys, the sky's the limit. I'm telling you, because you can do sweet and savory, spicy. You know, it's whatever spices you like the most, coating it or using it in the recipe that you like the most. So that's what I really, really like about this. I'm going to turn this off. I've got 5 seconds to go. I cooked these pieces for 30 minutes in an oven, 350 degrees. I turned them often. I want to make sure when they are cool, they're snappy. You don't want to rush your bread pieces. You want them dry all the way through for this. So you want to make sure you cool them off and check one more time before you grind them, because you don't want that moisture in your protein power flour. So I think that's pretty good. I blended some already this morning, so I'm just reusing mine. Now I need 190 grams, and this measured out 217 when I measured it. So let's see what we got here, you guys. I'm so excited, graham cracker crust. I am so excited. So that dehydrated some of the stuff off, so I'm glad I made some this morning. So this has already been ground, but that's fine. I'm going to add it to this.
Was there a reason for that?
What? For what?
Adding it to it?
Yes, because I don't have 119 grams.
Oh,
I need 119 grams
Got it.
of my high protein power flour.
Okay.
So that would be 1.5 cups. 119 grams. I'm going to put it in here. Turn this off. You want to make sure you grind it up really good, you guys. Now, I don't want this exceptionally fine. I want it like graham crackers. So I'm going to look at this and see. Let me move this out of the way. Let's look at the flour. And doesn't that look like graham crackers, you guys?
Yeah, it does.
It does. You know, if you don't have a mixer, you can put it in a baggie. Let me put this away. You can put those pieces of bread in a baggie and roll them and crunch them that way. It's really easy, not sophisticated. So I'm going to take and put my graham cracker flour, my high protein power flour in. Let me move this out of the way. Now, I have 1/4 cup brown sugar, and I am using Bestie's monk fruit allulose blend. I know you can get it in Canada. I know you can buy it from iHerb. And so I'm using that because of the consistency. I like the consistency the best. Now I'm just going to incorporate this all together real quick. I really like the brown sugar the best. Just to incorporate it real quick. Didn't think about that.
Yeah, you could have just put it right in the blender.
I know, I could have just done the dry together in the blender. So let me just do that real quick. The Bestie is, to me, the most like brown sugar. I don't want to do this too much because the Bestie is a wetter, gooier, chewier consistency, and I don't want mush. That's something I don't want. So I think that helped incorporate it a little bit, but you want to be careful because like I said, yeah, that did. That's nice. Look at that. See how nice that is, you guys? Now, in the butter, you want 1/2 cup melted butter or 114 grams. If you use creamy, no salt added butter, you want to add 1/2 teaspoon of salt. If you're using the Kerrygold butter salted, then I would just put a pinch of Redmond salt and I would add it to my butter. So here is my pinch. Thank you very much. I love my little pinch. Just give it a little bit more saltiness. Now, I want every opportunity to get graham cracker flavoring. So I do not have any of the Grimberry, but Grimberry carries Cabela brand graham cracker. So I am using 1/2 teaspoon in my butter. I'm putting liquids together. I'm going to put 1/2 teaspoon of graham cracker. I'm sorry, I'm shaking.
You always have.
And I'm just going to stir this up to incorporate it into the butter. Ooh, we kind of had a little... Let me see. Let me smell. It smells like graham crackers.
Does it?
Yes.
Smell.
I'm so excited. Smell.
Oh, wow.
Graham cracker with butter, which is even better. Now,
yeah, that's...
take your butter with the graham cracker, 1/2 teaspoon graham cracker flavoring in it. And you don't need graham cracker flavoring, but I want graham cracker crust. So I'm using it. and your little dash of salt. And let's just incorporate it into your mix. And then you guys just mix this up till it's all incorporated and the butter's all incorporated and it's moist all the way through. Smells just like graham crackers.
Yeah, I can smell it over here.
You guys could add a little cinnamon if you wanted to, depending on what pie you were going to put into it. I am actually going to make a salted caramel cheesecake today with butterscotch flavored chips on top with my crust. So I'm very excited about it. Very excited. I'm going to check this with a fork real quick. Don't rush the process. You want this to totally be incorporated, just like you would any of your graham cracker crusts that you've used in the past. Now, something I forgot to do was I have a glass. This is a 10-inch pie plate. Hope it works. It's my mom's pie plate, you guys, and I have been using her pie plates forever. So I am just going to get a paper towel and butter this up. All the way up to the edges, you guys. All the way up to the edges. Just butter your pie plate. Let me put this away. Now, you're going to take your breadcrumbs that have everything incorporated in them. They're nice and moist, and we're just going to lay them out into the dish. If you have a springform pan that you want to use for your cheesecake, go ahead and use it. And then you just want to start working this up the sides of your dish. And then once you get it up the sides of your dish, go ahead and press it in. Make sure you give yourself some room for your... I may need to take some of this out.
Yeah, I was thinking that if you had another pie plate, you could actually push it down on top of it after you get it formed and make it really tight.
You know, you're right. Mm-hmm. You're such a good boy. But I think... You're such a good idea. Let me see. Excuse me. Okay, I'm going to try Harry's idea. I've got another pie plate.
Well, we still got to take some out of there, I'll bet.
Well, let's see.
Is that a thick bottom?
I don't know.
Maybe either.
It looks kind of thick. I'm going to take some out and tell. Well, I like pie crust.
I know, me too. So I was going to say, I don't care if it's thick.
I don't either.
You know.
That's better. And make sure it goes level. Let me get a little bit more from here up here. Because I want it thick at the top, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Don't hurry this part. Crust is a very important part of your pie. I think the crust makes or breaks the pie. Nothing is more disappointing as when you go and have a piece of pie and the crust tastes like cardboard. Right?
Yeah.
I hate that. You want the crust to be as delicious and nice as the rest of your pie. Now I'm going to try it again. Make sure that I've got this all level. And another thing that I saw, I'm going to put that over here, is you take a glass with a bottom and you can actually go around and roll it and push it down. A flat bottom glass. There's tools for this, but I don't have all the special cooking tools, so I'm just using my cup and my glass. And you can roll this because it's angled. I want some up here. Don't want any piece to be without my pie crust. Now, let me pat that down. Now, there's two ways to do this. If you want a more crumbly crust, you do not need to put it, you can use it just like this, or you can put this in the refrigerator for 20 minutes and let the butter firm up a little bit before you put your filling in and cook it. You can do it either way. Both ways are correct. And look at that, you guys. I am so excited. I am so excited. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to let that chill, get that butter hardened, get that brown sugar firmed up, and I'm going to come back in 20 minutes and we're going to make some filling for our pie crust. Yes, indeed. Can you say salted caramel cheesecake with butterscotch chips on top?
Yes, I can.
I can too. While my crust is cooling in the refrigerator, I thought we'd make the filling. Now, I am using, this is my inspiration, the pumpkin spice caramel cheesecakes that Chef Taffany Elrod made. And this is on the Keto Chow XYZ, so it's www.ketochow.xyz in their recipe page. Because this was for pumpkin spice caramel cheesecake, I am omitting adding the pumpkin puree, that's a given. I am also omitting the ground cinnamon for this. I am doubling the recipe. So I need 8 ounces of cream cheese. I need 2 cups sour cream. I need 4 eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and because it's me and I like it sweeter, I am adding a ½ teaspoon of Better Stevia English toffee, and then I am adding 2 packets of the Keto Chow salted caramel. But wait, there's more, because I am going to top my cheesecake with some butterscotch chips, just for added flavor and deliciousness.
And you get on my good
you
side.
Guys, whoops, that's okay. So the crust is cooled for 20 minutes, but let's make and get into the cheesecake portion of this. So I'm going to crack my 4 eggs. Did you guys notice I got my beautiful Christmas tree pin on that Miss Rita sent to me? I love it. Just makes me happy. My apron and my pin make me happy. I need to get my hands. Let me wash real quick because they're egg white.
I think it makes you feel better when you can do that, you know?
Well, it does. Makes me feel better.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So I said, makes you feel better.
It does. Okay. Let's put in, let me just blend this up real quick, just on low.
Got turned on. Underneath, there's a button.
Why'd you turn it off?
I did it.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did, because I didn't.
Well, maybe when I moved it, I did.
Okay, I'm going to put in 1 teaspoon. And this is a teaspoon. 1 teaspoon vanilla. And a 1/2 teaspoon or 20 drops. So I'm just gonna of Better Stevia English Toffee. 20. To give this another little whir. I'm gonna add my 2 cups. Excuse me, Harry. My arm's gonna have to come. There we go. 2 cups sour cream. And I think I'm going to do my salted caramel next. 2 packets or 2 scoops of the Keto Chalice salted caramel.
See the front.
It's going to be so good. Yes, indeed. I got 8 ounces of cream cheese, and they had light sour cream and light cream cheese today. The other day when I went to the store, that's what they had in stock. That's what I bought. It can be full fat, everything. You don't have to get it with the light, but it saves you on fat. And the nice thing about it is it works with the light or full fat. Either way, up to you and whatever your stores are carrying these days. Just kind of pulse it a minute to get that powder kind of incorporated. Want to scrape the sides with this lovely tool.
It fits right in the groove.
It's made for the Vitamix. I use it on my ice cream makers because it's got such a weird paddle spacing. This works really good there as well, but I want to make sure I get all this flavoring, the darker color and the powder blended in. That works good. Clean your paddle out of it.
Yeah, you got a sharp edge too on that thing, which is really cool.
Yes, it's very nice. I'm going to continue to just let it go for a few. I want it smooth. I'm going to wipe this off. Okay, now I'm going to get my pie plate out of the refrigerator.
Exciting.
This is exciting. Now, this was my mother's, so it's an old pie plate. I'm putting it on here just in case. It's been a long time since it's been used. So I want to fill my perfect. Oh my gosh. Perfect. Now, I want some lilies on top. And these are the butterscotch flavor.
Yes.
And I think I want to measure out 14 grams. I'm thinking half a cup. That's just me.
Sounds like a good round amount. Let's see. Oh yeah, that'd be enough, huh? Shit. Ah, darn.
Four ounces of lilies. How many grams is that? 113 grams. So let me write that down. Okay.
Could I try one?
No, not those ones. Okay, let's put some of these on top, you guys, and see how it goes. Off the crust. Off my beautiful crust. I don't think we need this much.
Oh, probably not. You might over...
I just want a few bites in everybody's pie.
Yeah.
So let me go back and weigh what I don't use. Maybe 2 ounces. Where'd that go?
I don't know.
I'll refigure that out, you guys. But look at that pie. That cheesecake pie looks amazing. Now we're gonna put it in the oven. Come back to me. If you're making the individual ramekins, you would cook them for 20 minutes. But because this is a pie, we're gonna start at 20 and then we're gonna see how it goes. You don't wanna overdo it. You want it to be set on top, but a little jiggly in the middle. You don't wanna overcook your cheesecake. So let's get this in the oven. I've moved my shelf up to the second one down. And you guys, we're starting it at 20 minutes, but I am so excited. And then you get some whipped cream, put a little squirt of whipped cream on top, maybe a couple of pieces of the butterscotch on it, and you're good to go. Anyway, you guys, I'm so excited. Let's come back and see what the salted caramel cheesecake with graham cracker crusts looks like when it's done. This has been cooking for 20 minutes. I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna test it. I want it to be set on top with just a little jiggly in the middle, okay? That's what I'm looking for. So let's look at this. Nope, it's still real loose. So I'm gonna do 10 minutes. And because it's a pie, it's got more surface space to cook. So that's gonna be a total of 30 minutes we're gonna cook it for you guys. We'll come back in 30 minutes to check it.
It's still kind of, it's supposed to be a little jiggly.
Let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna do 5 more minutes.
Okay.
I'm doing mine for 5 more minutes, but you don't wanna overcook it at this point. You don't want to overcook cheesecake because we're going to cool it off and we're going to put it in the refrigerator and we're going to let it set up. It's better to let it set up overnight, you guys, because the cheesecake flavor intensifies and it gets creamy and smooth. But we'll come back in 5 minutes. Okay, Harry, let's get the pie out.
Try this again.
Yes, indeed. Careful of your leg, honey, when you bend.
I just do my ballerina.
Okay, there you go. That looks better. Okay.
Up
yep.
there.
Up there. heavy.
I just want to make sure I don't drop it, that's all.
Isn't that pretty?
You know what always got me about this is that chocolate chips and stuff don't melt all the way.
It's the way they make them.
Oh, for cooking?
Guys, this is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. What we're gonna do is just let it sit here and start to cool off. Then I'm gonna move it over here and let it get to room temp, and then I'm putting it in the refrigerator. I would suggest 4 hours in the refrigerator minimum in order for it to set and incorporate and marry. I think it's better overnight. But you guys, I'm very excited, and the graham cracker crust looks exactly like, and let me tell you, it tastes like graham cracker crust.
Oh yeah, it's good.
Bar none, no one would know the difference. So I can't wait to cut into this and give it a taste test. So you guys, we'll come back when it's ready to serve. Okay, everybody, the pie has been sitting in the refrigerator for several hours. Come take a look at it. It's absolutely beautiful. It has totally set up. I am so excited to dish this out. So let's give this, let's see if I can cut this.
Looks beautiful.
It is absolutely beautiful. It smells heavenly. I'm gonna cut it. Look at that, you guys. Look at that. That looks absolutely beautiful. And you guys, we have graham cracker crust. Yes, indeed we do. Now let me get a fork. I need a fork. Let's get a taste test, shall we, you guys? This is the salted caramel keto chow cheesecake with butterscotch, Lily's chocolate baking chips with graham cracker crust. Yes, indeed, indeed, indeed. And look at the graham cracker crust. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Harry has to taste this.
Well, yeah.
He has to. The cheesecake, dear. What is it?
Smells absolutely fabulous, man.
Yeah?
Ooh. You guys see that?
Okay, go ahead. Take a big taste test.
Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot.
Salty, caramel,
yeah.
creamy,
Got the
smooth,
whole
with
got all the flavor.
With the crust. Look at the crust.
Mm.
There it is. Yes, indeed.
Is it focus?
Yes.
Okay.
Put that down.
This one's yours, right?
No, put that down. Oh man, you guys, look at that. It's absolutely beautiful. Anyway, you guys, there you have it. You can now make a delicious graham cracker crust using Wendy's protein power flour to make it. It's yummy, it's nutritious and delicious, you guys. Hey, we're gonna go ahead and close out this video tonight. Please remember to like, subscribe, ring the little bell, give us a thumbs up. We'll see you right here tomorrow. Sally, she says, Mommy, I didn't get any of that pie. It looks so delicious. Let me see. Would you like some liver? Can you say goodnight? Good night. Say good night. Okay. Good night, everyone.